Boom, guys, we are live already on Facebook, so greetings to anyone tuning in on Facebook. Facebook's notoriously slow for connecting, but it's strange that it's first. YouTube, we're up at live and running, and Twitch very, very soon will be there. Guys, welcome to another demo drop live stream. Gonna get straight into it this week. Some announcements before we start. The Give Up Your Girl remixes have officially dropped. They're awesome. Thanks for streaming it. Also, I've started some free Spotify collaboration playlists. Feel free to add your tracks to those. More details coming up very, very soon. Here we go. up, people? Chris, how are you, my friend? Coco, I see you there, man. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, back with another demo drop, guys. So, you guys are just tuning in now. The Give Up Your Girl remixes have dropped. Coco, your track is sick. David Brings as well. Awesome and worthy winners of the remix comp. Also, I've started some free Spotify collaboration playlists, so make sure you throw some tracks onto those. What I'll do, if you guys are interested, I'll post the links in the chat very soon. But guys, let's get into the feedback. So if you want to have your tracks reviewed, just send them down here. So to my SoundCloud, Steve Marks Music, pretty easy. And I go through them all, give you a bit of feedback, and then life goes on. So we are starting with a track from Yosh, and it is called Control. Here we go. Cool, Yosh. Pretty cool track to kick off the stream. This track, in my opinion, like it's sounding really bouncy for like the intro, and your percussion's really short and snappy, but the bass line that's sort of happening through the drop is very like elongated. It's more like a sort of deep house bass line under like a future house sort of percussion, so that it's sounds a little disjointed, but it could be the start of a new genre, you know, like you could be like a trendsetter. So yeah, just my and yeah, my ears are very acute to claps now. I've been working on a clap for the last maybe 6 hours today. Your clap sounds a little too tight for the track as well. So guys, give me 1 second. I just have a guest. Let me just find.
Очень мало народу, мадам. Очень беспонтовая музыка. На самом деле, очень плохая музыка.
А зачем вы пришли сюда?
Я думал, намного лучше будет это все. И очень плохая музыка, просто очень плохая музыка. Я думал, намного лучше это все будет. Сколько раз сюда ходил, было намного лучше. Но на этот раз как-то не удалось. Во-первых, народу мало, музыка не очень.
А что за направление?
А?
Что за направление?
Направление? Какое направление?
Что за направление музыки играет там?
Russian Robotics просто супер, отлично.
Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, Yosh, the in my opinion, the track sounds a little like two genres like being forced together. Maybe you can add a few more elements to smooth it out. Maybe you could go with this thick, long bass line, but instead of having continuous notes under sidechain, you could have shorter notes to give it a bit of intonation and a bit of rhythm in the bass line, because the bass line feels really heavy, but the percussion's really light and clicky and skippy. So just my opinion. We're going to push on. Thanks for the track, man. We're pushing on to Curio City now. This track is called Feel. Let's have a listen. Nice. Cool idea. Not really sure where this sits in terms of genre. Like, you've tagged it here electronic, which is literally what it is. I like your style of production. Like, you always have this sort of digital glitch sound. But similar to Yoshim's first track, I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect between the intro and then the drop. You have all these nice sort of synths here, but then it's very... you've kind of got like this drum and bass happening. Yeah, another tricky one to judge. You definitely have like some elements there in the mix are a little... Yeah, your main synth that's sort of happening. Bum, bum, bum. It's sounding like there's a few too many bass frequencies in there, so make sure you EQ some of those bass frequencies out so that the kick has a bit more sort of space, because it's sounding, every time your synths are happening, they sound like they're coming over the top of the kick a little. So you can do two things. You can give a bit more space in the EQ, so EQ out some of the bass frequencies in your sort of chords, or you can increase the sidechain that you already have on those components so that the kick cuts through the mix a bit better. Hope that helps. We are pushing on, guys. We've got a fast pace at the moment. Those tracks, both of them, were very, very short. Here we go. Acrobats. Looking for a vocalist, so if you know anyone. Very cool that you're exploring these different genres, Acrobass, man. All your stuff is always super digital, super loud, super sort of aggressive. This is really cool that you're experimenting around with this more sort of chill house sort of stuff. Very, very good, man. Good show of skills. Yeah, man, as I said, really cool that you're exploring like this different style of music from what you're normally producing. Shows a good sort of versatility of skill, and also that you're sort of like testing different genres and stuff, which is really cool. Man, really good. It says up here in the title that you're looking for a vocalist, and that's perfect, because the only feedback I have for this, honestly, is that probably two things. Is that it is lacking an additional melody of some sort, but that would occur through the vocals. So I think once you have a vocalist who sings a melody of some sort, that'll be a really nice balanced track. Overall, the track's a little dull and a little sort of just doing its thing. So add a few effects on the master chain, like some saturation, some just give it some life, you know. But man, very, very skillful gentleman. And I hope you guys gave Acrobass a follow. He was our Artist of the Week last week. So yeah, everyone who gets their demo reviewed today goes in the draw to be Artist of the Week. And what that means is you just get a shout out on my socials, and also everyone that submits to this demo drop today, I encourage them to follow the winning artist. So let's continue. Gin and Tonic, Ryan Christopher, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it would hit harder. The that sort of dirty deep bass line you have is it's filled up all the frequencies, so the kick is sounding very thin and very like overpowered by the bass. But I don't know if it's just my opinion, guys. Let Ryan Christopher know in the chat what you guys think. But my initial opinion is the bass line's a little overpowering. Oh, BPM change. Yeah, I agree, actually, Chris. It's pretty much the first time I'm hearing some sub bass is the outro here. Yeah, yeah, sorry to be a bit harsh. The intro was good. The build up was strong, and the energy was building, and then when the drop hit, there was like a bit of a lack in sort of energy, in my opinion. And I think Christopher hit the nail on the head. There's a lot of like mid bass frequencies in there, which is sort of driving the track. But don't forget, you do have the sub frequencies in your bass that you can also use to drive the track. And make sure you give a bit more sidechain so the kick can sort of cut through the track a bit better. You might even need to raise the volume of the kick as well. So probably do two things with your kick. Give it some compression, so some sidechain on all the other elements, so that when the kick hits, everything ducks a little bit in volume, gets compressed. And yeah, with the bass line that you already have, if you have an EQ band on it already, drag it down a bit lower so it includes some of the sub bass frequencies into your mix. Or if your bass line does not have any sub frequencies, what you can do, quick way to do it is sort of duplicate that layer, move everything down one octave on your sort of piano roll, and you'll have a lower bass line on the keyboard, which means some lower frequencies as well coming in. So hope that helps, Ryan, man. Good track. I think people are feeling it, but it's just it's lacking a bit of something. A little bit of Salt Bay is what it's missing. So good idea. Keep working on it, man. It's close to fire. All right, Rohi Shacks, let's check out a track called Update. So Rohi Shacks, already Christopher just said that the bells, especially in your intro, are a little out of key compared to the rest of the production you've already built. Also, the sub bass you have, that you're sort of sliding between notes, make sure the notes that you're hitting are also in the same key of the track, because you are sliding between some notes and they're landing on some notes that are not in key. So that was really putting me off. I didn't hear too many more elements of the drop because I was focused on the sub bass and it was sliding around, and the idea is there. You just weren't landing it on the correct notes. I think there was maybe 2 notes in your rotation that was just hitting incorrectly. Also, what I think is maybe what's happened with the bell, Chris, is maybe Rohi Shax has picked a bell sample, for example, that's like D in D, and maybe he's dropped it straight on a piano roll, so everything's shifted out of key, because everything sounds out of key but consistently out of key. So that could, maybe you need to pitch your sample up, Rohi Shax, to sort of see if everything hits in key. Man, nice. The idea is nice. It's deep and dark. As you saw there, the Melon Gang popped out there because they love that second drop. Yeah, just that bell sample. I think only in the verses, like so in the introduction build up, and then in this sort of bridge section here, your sort of bell sample, the gong sort of sample is, yeah, it's out of key from the rest of the track, but taking all that away, you have a really like deep, dark track here to work with. In terms of the sort of, I like that you didn't change too much in the second drop, but it was different enough that it was like unexpected for the ears in a good way. Where did I want to go to? Hang on, somewhere, it was like halfway through the drop. Right, hang on. Yeah, okay. So you have these samples going like wham, 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 wham. They're sort of like the classic sort of trumpet brass stabs. So it just went there, wham, 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 wham. Drop, I'm not sure what DAW you're using, but I use Ableton, and what I do for elements like that are sort of brass, they're sort of a bit like, if you want to make them bigger or sound bigger in the mix, you don't need to mix it louder in volume or do anything too crazy in the EQ, but a really good tip is to give it some stereo width. So I would drag on there, it's called a utility, and then there's a knob on the utility knob called width, and literally I'll drag a utility on an element like that and just give it some width, which it takes your stereo track from here, and it slowly starts spreading it wider and wider into the frequency field. And trust me, your sound improves so much when you play with some elements in the stereo field. So give that tip a try, man. Adjust that bell and you'll have a neat little track going on there, my friend. So thanks for sending in. We are going to push on to Escape the Tiger. Life Goes On. Fizzy on the beat. After this ad.
my corner, I can see them from my shower. Bad, but you'll never catch me sleeping. Insomniac, even if I start
Yeah, man, a
dreaming.
nice track. I like the sort of lyric. There's not too much I can comment on in terms of like music production because it's sort of like a beats style track. But yeah, tracks like this, it's so important that the vocal tells the story, and you were telling a good story in that. So that's like the key to success, especially with these style of tracks. It's very easy to make beats like this. Like you can make it on a smartphone in about 10 minutes. The skill is in the lyric and the lyrical flow with the track. So the lyric is good because it's telling a good story, and the flow of the vocal is boosting the track. So nice little track, man. As Chris said, I could listen to this. He likes it. So we are pushing on. Wilson actually texted me to say, don't review my track until you see him pop up in the chat. So I'm going to jump over Wilson and I'm going to listen to Marcus Reed, Loop Audio. Here we go. Also, for you guys on YouTube, thank you for voting in the little poll I did. So everyone voted yes, they're excited for the Discord DJ set. I actually spent some time on that today. And yeah, we have a great track list. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. So let's keep going. Marcus, good little track. Sort of chilly lo-fi meets trap. Yeah, I was just about to say it needs something else, man. It's a good track where it's at, but it just needs something else to take it to that next level. So I was sort of humming along in my head, but whistling some sort of melody, like it actually doesn't come through the mic when I whistle. Let me try on the no. Yeah, but how I've sort of created vocals for other artists. Hang on, let me try something. I'm just gonna go to my Mac mic and let me see how this goes. Yeah. yeah, I don't know, something like that. Like, that's the sort of stuff I do when I want to create an extra melody or something like that. So I will whistle into an audio track in my DAW, and then what I will do, I will maybe do like 6 takes. But what I will do after I've recorded one, I'll keep that track, but I'll mute it, and then I'll start another one. And then I will eventually, after 6 tracks, you've evolved this sort of whistling melody, which you can use as a vocal, or you could also use it as like a counter melody in terms of music production as well. But yeah, I really dig this. Need vocals maybe my heavy. Do you know these rain noises would fit the track perfectly? R&B female singer, yeah. Steve's freestyle always gets me, yeah. Hey OVR, hope you are well, man. Yeah, I'm good. You just missed an awesome sort of whistling freestyle. I mean, I sang something last week, didn't I? My God, something happened. Yeah, but Marcus Reed, man, good little track there. It's nice, chill, nice and chilly. So we're gonna, harsh, bro. Harsh, man, you've left me hanging. You had a track for me, but you deleted it. I just noticed the high end in the drop is sounding a bit weird, so ignore that for now. Probably had some problems while exporting or uploading it to SoundCloud. Well, you do have problems because it's not here. All right, we're pushing on to DJ V Chaos version 1. Let's have a listen. Who was it? I think I was talking to Curiosity about this, track 2. If you're still in the chat, Curiosity, have a listen to these brass stabs that are happening. The bwom, 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 bwom. What he's done, what DJV has done is, instead of having the sample hitting straight in the center of the mix, he's given it some stereo image, like some stereo width. So you can hear, instead of it just going bum, it's kind of going like whom. It's happening around the listener's ears. So very, very nice to hear straight away. Hope this lead thickens out a bit. I was just saying, I hope this lead thickens out a bit. The sort of lead that you had in the build-up, so you sort of sampled it a bit before the actual drop. I was hoping that would be really thin, and then the main drop lead would be a bit thicker than what it is. It is a bit thicker than the build-up drop, but I feel like it needs a bit more balls, bro. Yeah, I also agree with Chris. It is missing a bit of kick power. Sounds like you got a really short, punchy kick, like the Mesto kick, but you need something with a bit of boom to it to really sort of rock the listener's ears, yeah? feel like there's a bit more energy in this second drop. No, it's the same. Yeah, so definitely get a kick with a bit more sort of oomph to it. It sounds like you got a really thin kick, like a little thin punchy kick. So go back through your kick samples, find something with a bit of grunt to it, like a bit of bass frequencies to it, and you'll have a nice little track there. The melody is very good. Like it sounds very familiar, like you could dance along to it and you know what's going to be happening. Yeah, maybe layer that lead a bit more. So add a few more synths to that so that it's sounding a bit thicker, a bit stronger. Because at the moment, in my opinion, I feel like it's a little bit thin. Hello, Wilson, my friend. Hope you are well. And thank you for the donation as well, my friend. We are going to check out Around the World Radio Mix version 5. My friend, so welcome to the stream. Here we go, guys. The one and only Wilson Serrano. That's not him. This is him.
In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. Its value often goes unnoticed. They fly around the world, waiting for one final fire. One horrendous storm. One brutal earthquake. They fly around the world.
Man, already so good. You have, I don't know how you do it, but you always have such good automations, sort of like releasing and contracting energy throughout your tracks. So your drops are never like constant. They're always like changing and evolving, which is a really cool like dynamic to have, and especially with your style of sort of trance production. It's like, man, it's literally iconic. Like, I know you send into other like live stream demo reviewers and they tell you the same thing, and I tell you the same thing. It's this Wilson Serrano sound, but bro, it is your sound, so own it and keep making music like this, bro. Sick, sick work. Wilson, man, really nice.
In all of life there is a rhythm. All things living carry out this tune. Our heartbeat starts out like a drum set to a timer that always seems to end too soon.
really good, man. The only thing I'll comment on is you integrate this new, where was it? Really high pitched. Dun dun dun. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like that you have a really faint counter melody above. The sort of the I guess the plugin or the sort of sample that you've used is very like squeaky. I'd maybe go for something a bit more like, I don't know, like organic, or it could be like some sort of woodwind, like a flute or something, or it could even mean like a dung dung dung, like some sort of pad that you hit. But man, like it's music. It's always music to the ears, man. Always. Really, really nice, man. I love your style, bro. And man, our collab is sick. Guys, you have to hear what we are working on. It's insane. I'm really digging it. Wilson, my friend, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the music. I hope everyone enjoyed. Maybe a lower layer. No, I don't think it needs it, bro. Okay, we're back with DJV, is that right? Another banger? Chaos version 1, here we go. We already listened to this. Sorry, DJV. You've had your moment, my friend. We are pushing on to Gresh. Let's have a listen to Sunset. Fast verdict. So that means like fast finish. Wilson is the boss of that. Wilson, my friend, I'm thinking we hold it out until the DJ set. What do you think? I think maybe we do a first play on the DJ set, Wilson. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I know you're on a break, so apologies to Gretch. I'm going to quickly jump in. Was it also here? Yeah, okay, Hideaway. So let's have a listen. Wilson Serrano, the second submission today. Hideaway featuring Like Blue version 7, work in progress. Here we go.
I wanna be free, free of all these haters chasing all around me.
Need some Melodyne.
Around me, free to fall in love and chase all my dreams. Universe, far away from here, out in the stars. Do you think that
Give the percussion some life, Wilson. Especially in this very long moment where I can hear you automating more things in. Definitely get some variation on the percussion there.
I wanna be free, free of all these haters chasing all around me, free to fall in love and chase all my dreams.
I feel like with the vocal, right, there's some areas that are not like, it's a bit pitchy, right? But I think what it sounds like is Like Blue has recorded this like really quietly, like in my dreams. I think Like Blue needs to stand back from the mic and really like use the confidence that she has and like belt the words out. I think when you're singing louder and stronger, you tend to hit notes a lot easier. In comparison to when you're trying to sing a bit more delicately. So that's what I've heard from vocalists in the past. Maybe Like Blue's different, maybe not. Maybe that's something she can try. Possibly she can re-record some sections where it's sort of, instead of using the lower registry, like, I don't want to be, it can be the upper registry, like, I don't want to be, you know, like really strongly punching out those vocals. I think that would help with some of the pitch issues there. Man, Wilson, overall, great track. The rise and falls are sort of taking the listener nicely. Yeah, signature Wilson Serrano sound. Nicely done. Yeah, I think that's it. In terms of the production, not too much wrong with it, man. Yeah, it was just this section that I highlighted that the percussion is very like it's just doing the same thing over and over. So I guess I'm a bit biased because I've been a drummer from a very young age, but always give the percussion some love. So even if you're just adding in an extra shaker or something somewhere throughout the sort of production process, or definitely add a bit more groove on the snare. If you just have the sort of snare hitting every time on the second beat, boom, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap. It gets a bit monotonous, a little bit boring for the listener, especially if there's like a couple of bars of just the same thing. So you can get like boom, chack, boom, chack, boom, chack, boom, chack. Get a bit of a groove going. It's just really subtle things, but you could maybe implement some sort of groove like that in the break section there, where it's a sort of long section of just your instrumentation. And then as you slowly automate back in the vocal, the percussion and the vocals sort of balance each other out. And then you can slowly strip away that sort of percussion variation and get back into the normal percussion that you had. So hope that helps, my friend. Another solid track from you, man. All right, Gretch, we are back to you, my friend. Sunset, Fast Fetish. We're going to go back to the start. Here we go. Hey Critison, hope you are well, my friend. Do we have any music from you this week? I like this. I like the build up. I like the automation. That one thing that's, I would say a little cheesy or a little repetitive is this high pitched the dun, dun, dun. There's a lot of high frequencies coming through that are like not damaging to the ears, but like it gets very annoying for the ears. So it's this sound, the really, really high. You can fix that. Drop an EQ band on that sort of synth and make sure you just round off the high frequencies. A really sharp cut, but you don't want it to go like too high up in those frequencies. Yeah, so that noise is already getting a bit too much for my ears. So, man, and it's a good little groove. You could find some sort of like vocal for that, so it can be like, you know, feeling the sunset, something like that. Heap of reverb, heap of delay. You could just have that in and out the track. You know, feeling the groove, feeling the motion, gives me something to do. And if you just had that spaced out through the track, it just takes the track from where it is now, which is like a good track, fix that EQ thing, makes it a better track, add some sort of vocal that sort of gives the track a little bit more life, and then your track goes from good to awesome. Just some very, very simple steps, my friend, and that will become an awesome track. So hope that gives you a few more ideas, man. And yeah, we're going to push on to Asparagus. Retro Idea Master 13. Here we go. Asparagus. Loving the detuned.
I give it all to be with you. I give it all to be with you. I hear what you say the word, I'm on my way. Just say the word, I'm on my way. I cannot sleep at night. I feel so lost when I'm not with you. And I know why. I always dream of us. I give it all to be with you.
Man, I'm going to be honest, right? This is giving me the same vibes when Charlie Mansell first sent me Give Up Your Girl, which I think he'd called something else like House Idea. This track has so much potential, man. I've got the melody in my head of what it could be doing. If this track was structured a bit better, I think it could be fire, bro. Really. Let's keep listening. But wow. Wow.
I feel so lost when I'm not with you, and I know why. I always dream of us. I give it all to be with you.
See, that it was such a good build up, and then the dynamic drop was lost. That's yeah, man. I would love to work on this track with you. Actually, it's making me feel good.
I give it all to be with you. I give it all to be with you. Say the word, I'm on my way. You say the word, I'm on my way.
Bro, man, that's very, very good track. The potential there is huge. I'm not sure, like it says here that you're up to like revision 13, so maybe for your like ears, maybe the track's sort of at its maximum and like you've sort of stuck with ideas or something like that. Man, I can hear things in this that has the potential to be awesome. So if you want to work on it together, chat to me on Instagram. Sick track, really. I love all the sort of detuned elements. How you've sort of pitch bent everything up, pitch bent things down. It gives it this really sort of twisted reality sort of style. Man, really, really cool. So yeah, I'll either hear from you on Instagram or I won't. Also, if you're watching this back in YouTube, guys, make sure you smash the like button. If you're tuned in now, I see there's a couple of you on YouTube, there's a few on Facebook, and there's a few on Twitch. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, with my YouTube subs, I'm currently at, I think, 420 or something like that. I'm trying to get to 600 by the end of the year, and it's August, guys. I've gone from 100 subs to 420, so we are growing good. But we're sort of going like this. So if you know anyone who's into EDM music or wants to learn a little bit or send in their music, make sure you let them know about my channel because I want to grow with you guys, yeah? Asparagus, man, fire. All right, the Coco, always a pleasure hearing your music, Mr. Coco. So let's have a listen to Virtual Life VIP. This is just the drop idea. So here we go.
Link stuck.
Voice recognized. Starting virtual life. Loading the original soundtrack. Loading the heavy remix.
Man, so far. So I remember this from last week. All the elements are there. They just all sound very mono, very sort of flat in the mix. So the electric guitar sounds really good, like aggressive. Your percussion sounds flat and stale, bro, like very square. So make sure you give it some life. And your sort of synths and stuff, all your chords are hitting straight in the center of the mix. So make sure you give it some stereo width, and you'll hear your track come to life, really.
The loading screen is almost complete. Please stand by. Loading completed. Switch.
Man, nice. I think yeah, sort of what I said before. So I remembered the version from last week was a little bit shorter, and it had the same sort of energy. I can tell you've added some elements, but they're all at the moment, because you haven't done any like stereo work. It all just sounds like it's stacked on top of each other on like a very narrow sort of building. So make sure you start experimenting with the stereo field, man. This is good. It's a good track. I love the whole concept of like the intro, like the guy coming in, checking into his like alternative reality, and then his alternative reality starts. That's super cool. Yeah, man, work on the mix. That's all I can recommend. Yeah, and your track's always good. Exactly what I said last week. I can tell when it's your music. You have this sort of really cool and really cute, like digital glitch sound to your tracks. Very sort of would be like if Porter Robertson met like the Prodigy or something like that. Really digital, really fun, and really fast. That's sort of what your stuff always sort of comes out to be. And I really love the electric guitar that you integrate in your tracks, man. You, Mr. Coco, you should reach out to Night Sky. Night Sky, I'm doing a collab with him at the moment as well. And he does amazing things with electric guitar. So I feel like you two guys are... Night Sky has a very sort of stable format of his music production. And your style is a bit more weird and wacky, and you just throw stuff together and it works really well. I feel like you two together could be like a bit of a powerhouse. So Night Sky, let me just add it in the chat. I think he might be on Instagram as like Night Sky Official, and I think if you search him on Spotify, I think it's just Night Sky or Night Sky Music. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked in a while, but you guys together could do some great things, really. Sick track, man. Sick track. All right, Christopher, we have a Dropbox from you, my friend. Let's have a listen to Groove Dark House. Here we go. This will be interesting. Dun dun dun. Man, super cool. I like the I wasn't sure if it was pitch bend or if you were just sort of slowly hitting each note up, 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 up. I'll be honest, the intro was very sort of boring, like the sort of bump, 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 was sort of like a bit repetitive. You could play around with the intonation a bit, so like bump, 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 something like that, to give it a bit more sort of emotion. But man, the second the vocal comes in, you're just like, okay, something's going down. And then, man, when the, where was it? It was sort of from here, when the vocal kicks in. I want to hear this verse drop once more. Yes, man. So good. So it's what, Chris? I know you're in the chat. What is it, like 120 BPM? Like 118, 120? Man, it's good. It's really good. It's like deep and dark and mysterious. Really good, man. Yeah, 120. Man, I don't want to accept too much responsibility, but this is another track, man. I'm just writing a note next to my notes, and I've just written sick track collab ? Man, yeah. I wouldn't say I have too many ideas for this track. It would just be sort of like, if we wanted to work on it together, it would just be like experiment with some stuff. But man, it's definitely the sort of direction you take it. It just goes really deep, dark, and dirty, and then just boom. Yes, I loved it. Yeah, I mean, this style of track, obviously it's just an idea. Again, yeah, I can hear sort of similar to a lot of the tracks tonight. Everything's so sort of centered. Yeah, I know it's just an idea for you, but yeah, play around with the stereo field. Bit more EQing to bring out that percussion, like the crispiness of the percussion, especially the snaps are a little lost in the mix. But overall, man, the idea, you've already created the mood of the track. Like the mood of the track is already set. So now it's time to like explore around that mood, and man, that track's going places as well. Super cool. I don't know what else to say. It's a tough one because it's so short, but all right, we're pushing on, man. Thank you for the track. I love you, Christopher. Hope you are well, bro. Yeah, and good morning to you. It's evening. It's 8:30 here, guys, at the moment. So I'm basically gonna listen to a few more tracks and then I'm out of here. So here we go. It's an ID. It's a work in progress from OVR. Let's have a listen.
You say you're tired, and I say, darling, it's alright. This
Thank you, bro. Man, I'm going to be honest, I like this from you because you normally send in these huge progressive house drops and it's usually like a wall of noise in a good way, like sort of Martin Garrix 2016, 2017. This is sounding a lot more sophisticated, so there's a lot less elements in your drop. It's not like a roaring drop, but you still have that sort of progressive house bass line in there. But everything sounds really neat and really clean on top of it. So very well done, man. I like the sort of, I mean, it's not a minimalist approach to your drop, but it's definitely less elements in there compared to what you send in usually.
I would dive in for you before you drown, and you're asking me why. Oh, life's a roller coaster. I cannot answer that, but I'll help you realize we're just people. We're just people. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes we get it wrong.
Asparagus, let me know if you are still here, my friend, because I can get to your second track today if you like. If not, I'll get to it next week.
We're just people. We're just people. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes we get it
Man, really nice. I just wrote in the comments. So I hear similar elements that you normally bring to the demo drops, but this specific track sounds a lot more radio rather than festival, which is a good thing because most artists want their tracks played on the radio, but traditionally speaking, festival style tracks aren't that sort of popular on the radio unless you are like a Martin Garrix or a David Guetta or a Calvin Harris. So at the moment you are an OVR and you're making great music, my friend. So keep it up, man. I really like this style of music. It's very cool from you. So explore that a bit more, man. All right. We are pushing on to Foam. Foam here is a new submitter. So welcome, my friend. Hope you are doing well. I'm going to check out your profile, see where you are from, whilst we listen to I Don't Know Really. Here we go. Let's have a listen. We are listening soon. Here we go. All right, Mr. Foamy. I see your profile here. At the moment, your Instagram is not linking, which maybe you need to fix up there, but you've got the fast click links, which is a good thing. I see here you make future bass music, and then you have future bass love heart. Let us know where you're from, man. There is a little section normally below your name where you can tell us which city you're from. So instantly you might connect with some of our regular audience. Also, my friend, I recommend you join the Discord server. It's free to join. And yeah, you can promote yourself in there. You also have access to exclusive like radio shows and demo drops for record labels and things like that. Some cool little tips. You can also promote your own music inside there as well, man. So welcome to the community. Please join the Discord and let's keep going with your track.
Damn, boy, you gotta tell me, yeah, yeah. To know why it's stopping me. Alright, but how it is, need those eyes, but to the stay. No, I like you, baby, you know. I want you to take control. Alright, alright, baby, alright, no. I like you, baby, you know. I want you to take control. Alright, baby, alright, baby.
I wonder how a Coco Music and Foam collab would sound. Yeah, man, nice track. The melody's good. Everything's good in the sound design. I love when the drop hits, you hear that sort of sub bass for the first time, and it's sort of like your ears go like, "Wow, that's so good." Yeah, I would definitely add some dynamics, so, like lift the track up a bit on your master chain. So add some things there, my friend. Give it a little bit of saturation, a little bit of OTT. Add a few limiters in a row and just bump each limiter a little bit to get it a little bit louder in terms of commercial volume. Yeah, nice melody, nice production style. I highly recommend that you join the Discord community, my friend. You might find a collaborator like the Coco, and you could be really making some fire music. So, man, thank you for submitting your music. Welcome. And yeah, check out my YouTube channel. There's all advice on how to submit to record labels, how to get your music on Spotify playlists, things like that. And because you are not in the live chat at the moment, you'll be watching this back on YouTube. So make sure you smash that like button. And that goes for everyone who's hearing my words right now. Smash that like button. Oh, and also Foam, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You will become my 421st YouTube subscriber. All right, Hatav Traverdi, we are going to listen to And I Added the Vocals. Here we go.
I saw you hanging by the club again. You are the trust that made you stand out from your friends. I took a moment to hesitate. You had me feeling more than I could comprehend. I wanna tell you you're beautiful. These guys ain't nothing when they're next to you. Oh God, I know that this sounds so typical, but I can love you
Hey,
when
bro.
I know it's not enough. What you say, buddy? 'Cause you drive me crazy. I know you don't wanna be lonely, but you amaze me. You amaze me. You amaze me. You amaze me. You amaze me.
So what I'm hearing in the drop is like some muddiness. So something is clashing with your kick drum and your bass line, and it's not giving it the energy that it deserves. I think I said the same thing to you last week, bro. I want to get to it again. Yeah, I think it sounds stupid, but the lead that you have, I know it's in like the upper octaves, da-na-na-na, da-na-na, but it sounds like maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure because I can't see your like door, but it sounds like it's still leaking a lot of like bass frequencies, and it doesn't sound like much, but when you drop an EQ on there and see what that sound is actually doing, you might see that it is actually bouncing a lot in those low and sub frequencies. So if that's happening, you need to put an EQ band on your track and basically remove all those sub frequencies so that your bass line and your kick can do its own thing. You know, that needs to support the track down low, and your lead needs to happen up top. And how you create that separation is the skill that's literally called mixing. So you need to EQ and mix some things so that it's not so muddy. And this is a skill I'd been producing for maybe 3 years, like sort of at your level. And then I made heaps of tracks very similar to yours, and then someone said to me, yeah, but you need to mix it better. And I was always very offended, like always. And I was like, well, I know how to mix. I did it good. But then I watched like many weeks worth of YouTube videos on how to properly EQ my tracks. And what you find is when you EQ even something as simple as a shaker, like will always have some sub frequencies in it. And I know that sounds stupid, but you have to add an EQ onto every single element of your track and really delete all those sub frequencies. Because when you have like even a little sound like this, that's just two little like metal clips, there will always be some teeny tiny like bass frequencies in there. And when you have this sound, when you have a snare drum, when you have a hi-hat, when you have vocals, when you have chords happening in upper octaves, when you have a snare drum, when you have chords happening in the body of the track, they all leak in some of these sub bass frequencies. So you need to EQ every single track, delete all those sub frequencies, and then your bass line will sound a lot cleaner and not as muddy. That's the main problem I had. And honestly, once I understood that and I started doing that, my track sounded really clear, really sharp, and not so sort of like when I would come to my drop, I would have this big sort of loss in dynamic because I didn't understand that every single element needed to be EQ'd, if that makes sense. Okay. Man, I hope that helps you. Good track. I like the addition of the vocal. Very, very cool. Very cool. We are pushing on to Asparagus, Malaki Attempt 14. Here we go.
Get down in the car, one time give it all, bust it open hard. Let me
And Critison, you'll be the last track of the night, my friend. So guys, stick around for after Critison's track. I'm going to draw the artist of the week, and then we're going to head home.
I got that, she got that G, but she ain't know the way. She knew my face, she heard my name, pulled up and caught the wave. After party, I'm all in that nani. All my girls, you look like pretty, like their name was Cardi. All my black Barbies, they come around along. It's like
Man, nice. This I remember hearing this track last week or the week before.
get down in the car, one time give it all, bust it the party. I'm all in that nani. All my girls, you look like pretty, like their name was Cardi. Playboy like my name was Cardi. All my black Barbies, they come around along me. It's like I got on.
Nice, man. I love it. You create really good energy with your tracks, man. Man, really good. The vocal fits that. It's hard to compare to the track I heard last week or 2 weeks ago. It sounds pretty similar to what you had. I feel like the lead you could make a little bit brighter, like give it some saturation or something to bring it to life. Maybe a small boost in the higher frequencies to bring a bit more of the highs through. Yeah, man, good track, man, really. I hope you watch back my discussion about your other track, man. All right, Critison, we're going to hear Game Boy, and then we are going to draw the artist of the week. Here we go. Man, it's a good track. It's everyone starts somewhere, man. You have to stop being so hard on yourself. Guys, what a good stream. Critison, this is sick. It's like this is a style of like of music production called 8-bit. There's a huge subgenre of that, so really, really cool. I dig this sort of glitchy vibe, man. Really cool. Don't be so hard on yourself, really. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we reviewed 19 tracks. So there is a smartphone warning for anyone who uses iPhone, because I'm about to say the special words, which involves the word hey and then the word Siri. So if you have an iPhone, Christopher, maybe move it away from the thingy, because I'm going to say, hey Siri, can you pick a random number between 1 and 19, please?
A random number between 1 and 19 is 9.
Well, guys, our artist of the week is track number 19, which we just heard, which was Critison. So well done, bro. You're going to get a shout out on my socials, and also everyone who submitted to this demo drop, you will get, they will get a DM to go and give your profile a follow and a stream. Guys, that's it. I do have a present for those who have stuck around. What I'm going to do, you might have seen on my Instagram very, very recently, I've started a whole bunch of collaboration Spotify playlists. So for those of you tuned in on Twitch and YouTube, you guys are lucky. You can hit up this playlist. You can add 2 tracks, please. Just add 2 tracks to each. And yeah, hopefully you get a few more streams, maybe get a few more follows and things like that. But yeah, guys, overall, thank you so much for tuning in each week. It means a lot for me. It keeps me busy. I love hearing your music. It helps my ears grow. And I feel like it gives you guys confidence to keep submitting music each week and keep improving your skills. So I am out of here, guys. See you next week. See you. Bye. Also, for you guys still tuned in, I've been doing this for the last few weeks, is just hanging around after the stream, seeing who is still here. Yeah, guys, those little Spotify playlists I create for you guys, I mean, it doesn't take a lot of work, but it's all about building everyone up at the same time. All you guys have to do, just give the playlist a like and add 2 tracks. Super easy. And then my hope is that when we can get these playlists to maybe 100 likes, then we can really start to get some quality music on there, some quality streaming on there, and we all sort of grow our monthly listeners, we all can grow our followers, and we can all grow our, our fan base. So a lot of the submissions already on there I have driven from Twitter. Twitter's a thing I've never used in the past. Hey, never. I think I joined maybe 6 months ago and I haven't used it until maybe 2 weeks ago properly. So I'm now on like maybe 100 followers on Twitter, which I think is very poor, but I don't really care. So all the tracks you already see on there, I did drop the links in the Discord earlier today, and I've been driving most of those playlist submissions from Twitter. So you guys are welcome to join. Please like the track. Please add 2 tracks. And yeah, that's it, guys. The little bonus. So thanks so much for sticking around. And see you next week, yeah? Ciao, ciao.